So, you have a YouTube channel, maybe you're posting some awesome GoPro videos thanks to the amazing, intelligent, well-delivered content you've seen on this channel. Or maybe you make videos to improve people's lives by inspiring them to be modest, like me. Who the heck knows? The point being is that all the digital creators out there pulling in millions a year, you want to join their ranks and get a piece of that action. So how do you do it? How do you make serious money from your YouTube channel? How much can you expect to realistically make as a new YouTuber? And what are some of the mistakes you need to avoid making? Well, in this video, I'm not only going to answer your questions, I'm going to give you some bonus advice that the other YouTuber channels out there don't seem to be sharing with you, but it's essential to know if you're planning on turning your YouTube channel into a YouTube business. Now, some of this can also apply to other video hosting services where you can expect to make money, so hey, sit back, relax. This is DemonView. Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you watching. In this video, we're going to be looking at turning your YouTube channel into a money-making business and how much money you can expect to earn starting out, ways to maximize your YouTube earnings, and then finally the pitfalls that you need to avoid making or that you may have made already that are going to cost you money. Now, this video isn't just for people who are posting their first videos, it's also for those who may have been posting videos for months or even years who are only now thinking of turning their channel into a money-making venture. Or maybe you've had the channel quite some time and it's never occurred to you to make some money from it. Well, now's the time to start. It doesn't matter whether you're intending on making it a full-time business, a part-time business that maybe you can make a few house payments with, or a few car payments a year. Or maybe it's just a hobby business that pays for a few nice steak dinners every month. The point is that you can be making money right now, or you can be costing yourself future earnings with the videos that you're posting right now, and that's what we want to avoid doing. So let's get into it, and before we do that, remember to click those like and subscribe buttons down below. I'm taking the time to share this information, make these videos, and post them all at my own expense, so help support this channel and these videos by clicking those like and subscribe buttons down below. Oh, and yeah, feel free to ask any questions about this video, no matter what they are. I'll be happy to respond to them. I honestly do believe that us smaller content makers should be banding together to help each other out, and honestly, that's the whole goal of this video, so start today by clicking those like and subscribe buttons.
How do you make money from your YouTube channel?
That was weird. Okay, the very first step to getting monetized is meeting the minimum criteria for monetization. So you need to live in a country where monetization is available, you need 1,000 followers minimum and 4,000 valid public watch hours on your channel, or I believe it's like 10 million short video views, and that's all in the past 90 days. You also can't have any community guideline strikes against your channel, so sorry trolls and haters, you're going to find it very hard to monetize. Maybe remember that next time you leave a comment there, because your hate speech won't be tolerated. Now, if you have those 1,000 followers and the viewing hours, then hey, you're a step ahead of the game, although not entirely in the clear just yet. If you're nowhere near that number, don't worry, we're going to look at some ways to get those followers and valid watch hours. Now, you'll notice the word valid, that's very important, and we're going to address that shortly.
So, how do I get that many followers and that many viewing hours?
It's really weird. Let's break it down using examples from my own YouTube channel here. Now, I've been posting videos for a number of years, but it was only in 2019 that I decided to have a dedicated DemonView channel with dedicated DemonView content. So I stopped posting DemonView videos on my personal channel and created a dedicated DemonView channel. So in 2019, I basically started out with 0 followers. 0. Now, the main point of my channel was posting videos to help people solve issues with their GoPro cameras and GoPro software. So the very first video I posted was about fixing issues with the GoPro Fusion Studio. Now, since that was posted on DemonView 3 years ago, it's had a massive 282 views and got me 1 subscriber. Here's the thing, at the time I wasn't concerned about views or subscriber counts, and I had no intention of making any money, that's for sure. And as a result, I really didn't put much effort into the production value into that video at all. I was solely concentrating on getting the information out there, because in my opinion at the time, I thought that the information was far more important than the production value. Big mistake, seriously big mistake. The fact is, if you go back and look at my older videos, they look terrible, they sound terrible, and honestly, people don't want to watch videos that look and sound terrible. If you're trying to win people over, if you're trying to tell people, hey, I know what I'm talking about, I honestly have knowledge, talent, and experience regarding this subject, but yet your video looks like it was shot by a total amateur, then people aren't going to trust or respect the advice that you have to give. So Concentrate on that, make your videos look and sound good. I mean, here's an example for you. Let's say you're an expert cook. You can make the best tasting dishes in the entire world and everyone agrees the taste is just amazing. But if those dishes look terrible, who's going to trust that they taste great? Who's even going to be interested? I mean, who's going to trust that you know what you're talking about and you have experience? So believe me, there is a lot to how things are presented. So it really doesn't matter if you're making a channel about motorbikes, baking, cooking, sewing, movie reviews, or videography. If your videos don't look good, people aren't going to want to watch them, and that's entirely understandable. Now, my videos have improved since then. I've invested in better cameras, tripods, microphones, lighting, software. I'm still learning new things every time I make a video, but I still wish I'd done more of that in the beginning. Why? Simple, because those videos are still up there, and if people click on them, that's potential earnings and subscribers. Unfortunately, because those old videos look and sound so bad, the likelihood of that actually happening is pretty low, and I only have myself to blame. I mean, this is a free case I got to review for Amazon. And as you can see, you know, fits in there nicely and everything. However, there is some problems with some of these cheap cases, and that is the very cheap plastic hinges. So if you're posting videos right now, even if making money isn't your priority, try to make those videos look and sound as good as possible. Get a good camera, get a good mic, invest in a tripod, and for the love of everything good and holy, don't try making videos holding a mobile phone in your hand while trying to move props around. I mean, trust me, if you make the effort now, it pays off down the road. You'll start getting views, you'll start getting subscribers if your videos look good. And how do I know this? Well, that's because of a video I posted in about March of 2021. So what I'm going to do is actually show you the proper way to actually set up your camera, to set up your SD card, and actually the best practices for maintaining your SD card. So let's begin. I mean, this was actually one of the first videos I decided to put real effort into. I invested in some lighting, not great lighting, but okay lighting. And I also used a webcam that, okay, it was seriously out of date, but I was using it instead of trying to hold a phone in my hand while trying to shoot what I was working on at the same time with, you know, just messy looking. So this was an improvement. The video is about SD cards and care. It basically shows you how to stop GoPro lockups, freezing, and how to repair your SD card, which 99% of the time is what causes those issues. But the point being, that video not only got me close to 9,000 views, it also picked me up 84 subscribers. It's actually still being watched today by people, and it's a constant money earner for me, and all because the information is relevant and the video and audio was a darn sight better than my previous efforts. And that's what you want when you make videos. I mean, it's fantastic to have a viral hit that gets you lots of views, but it's also good to have a back burner video. And that's something that when people find it, they'll want to watch it as it's got the information that they need. And it means that even years after posting that video, it can still be making a nice revenue income for you. And that brings me to my next point. Post videos and post them on a regular basis. And this is probably one of the most important pieces of information out there. If you don't post videos, no one's going to watch your channel. If no one watches your channel, you don't get subscribers or watch hours. I mean, remember, even if you start out slowly, once your content is worth it and it looks good and sounds good, people will go back and start watching your older videos. When they start watching them, your watch hours are going to go up, you start getting income, and basically that's a good thing. However, you need to avoid the whole thing of I'm too busy to post or make a video. You want to get some sort of consistency in posting your videos, otherwise people won't be bothered to watch your channel. If you don't pump out fresh content on a regular basis, people are going to go elsewhere for the content. And forget about them even finding something better. If they find someone else pumping out the same type of content, the exact same looking and sounding videos, only the other person is doing it on a consistent basis, then you're the one who's going to lose out. So take the time to create video and take the time to edit it and post it on a regular basis. Then we have the first impressions. Now, thumbnails are important. They're the very first impression that someone's going to have of your video. My mistake in the beginning was not creating good thumbnails. Thumbnails that pretty much summed up in a lively way what the video was about and what information the viewer could learn from it. If you don't create thumbnails for your video, YouTube automatically takes scenes from your video to use as thumbnails. And while that may seem like a great time-saving idea, it's actually a great way to shoot yourself in the foot. A random picture doesn't tell you anything or anyone about your video or why they should watch it. So people are likely to breeze on past your video because they have no idea what it's about. So seriously, create thumbnails for your video that sums it up in about 10 words or less. first impressions do last. So combining all the things I've just said, creating good looking videos, pumping them out on a consistent basis, creating lively thumbnails, that will get your watch hours eventually. Do these 3 steps and people will watch your videos. So what about followers? Well, that one's a little more tricky. I mean, as of right now, April 2023, I have about 121,000 views of my channel. I mean, wow, that seems like an impressive number. However, out of those 121,000 people, only 1,500 have actually decided to subscribe to the channel. And honestly, most of them have come in the last year when I've really started putting effort into my videos. So what do we learn from that? Well, it's that people love to watch videos, but they don't necessarily want to keep watching your videos on a weekly basis, especially if those videos don't look and sound great. Viewers was actually kind enough to actually post another video of difficulties they were having opening their battery compartment, and unfortunately they also highlighted what they were doing wrong. With my channel, it first started out as a problem-solving channel, which actually worked against me. People would have a problem, they'd look for a solution, they would watch my channel for the solution, they'd find the solution, and once they knew how to fix the problem, they left and didn't want or need to come back. So that's where I needed to expand a bit more of my content by providing reviews, and now I'm teaching people how to shoot excellent looking video. Once we get to the shooting side of things, then I'll start on how to edit your video. That way I'm constantly teaching people new things on a regular basis, and people will hopefully come back in order to keep learning new things, and so not to be left behind or miss out on a new tip or trick. Hopefully they'll hit those like and subscribe buttons and want to keep coming back, and they're learning something new and helpful that helps them improve the video they create. So what else can you do to get followers and views? Well, I find that people tend to have questions or views about things, and as a result, they'll leave a comment down below sometimes. So I tend to respond to them as soon as I can. Now, I admit YouTube isn't great at letting you know when there's a new comment, and YouTube Studio can be even harder to navigate sometimes. But make sure you interact with your followers, answer questions or comments, and let them know that they matter to you. Promote your videos, and by that I mean join online forums, people that specifically share the same interests as your video content, and you can do this on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit next door. I mean, the lists are endless. Point being that self-promotion is a great thing, it's completely free, and it's worth the time and effort. The more you work to promote yourself, the more followers and views you'll get, because more people will have heard of you. So now on to the juicy bit, what pitfalls should you avoid? And this is the part I'm looking forward to, and hopefully you're paying attention at this point, because these are really important. So tip number 1, most important, don't fall into the trap of buying followers or views. When I started out, I remember thinking, oh man, I'm never going to have enough followers or views to be able to monetize. Then I saw advertisements for get 500 subs, get 1,000 subs, and same with watch hours, paid to get 500 watch hours or 1,000 watch hours. And they were advertised as genuine subscribers and watch hours with no drop-offs. So I thought, hey, I'll go for it. Huge freaking mistake. Those aren't genuine views, they are not genuine valid subscribers. This is one person sitting with about 10 or 20 different laptops in front of them, each one running about 100 or so virtual machines, all running a script that registers a new YouTube account, which then clicks like and subscribe on the channel or the video that they type into it. Now, a video gets probably chosen at random, or they'll ask you to nominate it, one of the videos, and suddenly you get all these views and subscribers. And you're going to feel great, I'm on top of the world, I have subscribers and views. No, you don't. They aren't real, they're not doing anything for your channel, and guess what? They do drop off. YouTube aren't fools, and they know fakes when they see it. Especially if all those views and subscribers are coming from the same IP address at the exact same time. So I literally went from having 0 subscribers to having about 3,000 subscribers to having about 1,000 subscribers 2 days later, and over the next few days those subscribers kept dropping off as the fake accounts were deleted. So that burst of elation was replaced with a feeling of realization that going that route was just not worth it. I mean, think about it. If you go up and have, so suddenly you have 2,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, and then you launch a new video and nothing. Well, that's exactly what's going to happen, so avoid that pitfall. And the exact same will happen if you pay those people for views or hours watched. Your views and hours watched will shoot straight up, you think you're doing great. But then watch what happens when YouTube filters out those fake views, your hours drop back down again, and you're back to square one, only with less money in your pocket. So in short, do not pay for fake views or fake followers, it just doesn't do you any good whatsoever. You're just ripping yourself off. So seriously, you may feel that you're getting nowhere, that you're not getting the subscribers that you want or that you need fast enough, but trust me, don't try to take shortcuts, you're actually doing yourself more damage than good. Also, starting slowly is actually a pretty good thing, as during that time you're going to be developing your channel, your videos, your style, and really finding yourself during that time. And that's what you want to do. You kind of want to be able to find all those things before you get all the subscribers. You don't want to have all these subscribers happening and you have no idea what you're doing. So, you know, that's something that you really kind of want to do, take things slowly. So tip number 2, and avoid paying for video promotion. Now, this is an interesting one. I saw a good few videos on YouTube, you know, for paying for Google to advertise your videos, like promoted on YouTube and all this. And these videos were claiming, oh, hey, I invested $2 a day and within a month I shot up to 500k subscribers. Or here's how many followers I got by advertising with Google Ads. And there's a lot of these videos that make it seem like a fantastic idea. They'll even show you stats of their videos that are pretty much flatlined and then suddenly they take off like a rocket. And it's how to get rich and famous on YouTube guaranteed, right? Well, no, I mean, here's what you're not being told. A lot of these people who advertise Google advertisements, if you look at their channel, they already have thousands of viewers, if not hundreds of thousands of viewers. So they already have a huge fan base. So even when they say, I started a brand new channel with no viewers, I advertised at Google Ads and it shot up to hundreds of followers in just 2 days, well, that's likely most of the followers they already had now flocking to their new channel because they've said, hey, I'm starting a new channel. So it's not really a realistic scenario that you can apply to your own channel. Yes, Google Ads will advertise your channel to people, you'll get a good bump in views, but views don't equal subscribers. It can actually hurt your channel if you're not making great content. I mean, YouTube really promotes videos that are trending as popular, but also have a good retention rate. So if you're paying for like Google Ads to kind of like advertise your video and you have a bad video, people stop watching that video after about 30 seconds. And if you have a good video, great content, well produced, but the viewer has no interest in the subject matter, they'll stop watching even sooner. And that matters because if you pay Google to promote your channel and you reach the wrong target audience, then yes, you may see lots of increased views on your video. However, you're not getting new subscribers, you're not getting viewing hours of any significance, and it's also damaging your non-paid YouTube videos, because if your video is getting thousands of views but they're tuning out or after, you know, before they hit that like 30 seconds, that means YouTube's algorithm is being told no one likes this video, so don't have it at the top of search results. And it could be a great video, it could be just aimed towards the wrong people, and that could really hurt your video and channel. To be honest, this is just my own opinion based on what I've personally experienced. Don't spend your hard-earned cash trying to get people to your channel as quickly as possible. If you don't have the good content, the setup, the know-how to make good, watchable, creative videos, then that's what you need to concentrate on first. Don't be swayed by the promises of huge channel growth by coughing up cash. The honest truth is that unless you have content worth watching, no one's going to want to stick around and keep coming back to your channel. Tip number 3, and this is about music. This could really end up hurting you and your channel. Look, you've probably seen people posting videos online and it features one of your favorite songs from the radio and you're thinking, man, I would love to post a video using that same song. So you post it, you get a few views and then think nothing more of it. Mistake. That song is copyrighted and you haven't paid for the copyright to use it, and that could hurt you in the long run. You see, YouTube used to have the habit of taking down videos that used copyrighted music. However, they introduced a new licensing system that's actually pretty awesome, and now you can properly license tracks to use in your videos. Great! Kinda. You see, when you use a song in your video that's copyrighted, then you haven't paid for it, YouTube can do 3 things really. They can remove all the audio from your video and give you the option to replace the audio with one of their free-to-use music tracks. And that's not great if your video had narration, as now it's just a video of music. Or they can take down your video at the request of the copyright holder, and that's a really bad thing, as now it means you have a copyright strike against your channel, and that could get your channel shut down, so you really want to avoid that at all costs. And remember, copyright strikes means that you cannot monetize. Or they can say, we'll split the profits between you and the recording artist. Now, that's not a great thing either. I mean, if your video is earning $100 a month, you may not see any of that cash. After all, no one said it was a 50-50 split. It could be 99% of your earnings are going to the artist and you're getting 1%. So yeah, be very careful about what music you use on your videos, as it can really hurt the future of your channel and your future earnings. Now at this point in the video, I'd like to take a breather. That previous bit may have seemed a bit harsh, but I think it's important that you know the truth and the facts, as it points you in the right direction. So let me add this. Music. Yep. Bet you weren't expecting that. People do like a good soundtrack to their videos, and YouTube actually has a massive free-to-use library of music in its Creator Studio, so use it. Find some good soundtracks that are there that you can use, and not only that, they also allow you to properly license chart music, so if you do end up wanting to use an artist song in your video, you don't have to share revenue, you don't get a copyright strike for using the music once you license it. And here's a bonus tip if you have a GoPro Plus subscription. Now you've probably heard of Epidemic Sound and how they have a huge music library and all that. Well, go to Epidemic Sound and use your GoPro Plus login details. Guess what? Now you have access to Epidemic Sound too, as GoPro have a license agreement with Epidemic Sound, and not a lot of people seem to know about that one, but seriously, try it out. So, on with the facts and figures. I'm a relatively new YouTube creator. I don't have hundreds and thousands of followers. I don't have views racking up in the millions, so how much can a new YouTube creator expect to make? Well, here we go. I created my DemonView specific channel on December of 2019 and became eligible to monetize my YouTube channel in August 2022. Why so long? Well, like I said, I wasn't interested in monetizing my channel at the time or anything like that. I just wanted to share some tips on troubleshooting cameras and software, and honestly, I would post a few videos one week and then not post anything for a month. I'm not even sure I even managed to post a video once a month. I think it was there was a couple months gaps in between them. And as a result of that attitude, my videos weren't high in production values. So in January of 2020, I think it was, I put a little more effort into things, but still not good looking video, not good sounding video, and not regularly posted videos. And like I said, there'd be months when I wouldn't post anything at all. So it wasn't until about 2021 I decided, okay, I'll post a little more regularly and do some proper reviews. And even then, I wasn't expecting to make any money or be a YouTube creator. It wasn't until some of my videos were getting over 6,000 views that I thought, okay, I'm onto something here. Maybe I'll take this whole thing a little bit more seriously. So I dug out an old webcam, tried to clean the space and have a studio looking thing going on, and I made some videos. So by the time August 2022 rolled around, I got an email saying, hey, you're eligible to monetize. So I kind of said, yep, I think I'll try this out. I sent back my application, which is really just clicking a few boxes saying, I agree to be nice, I agree not to indulge in hate speech, and submit my tax information to Google. And 2 days later, I was approved. So August 2022 is when I started being monetized. Now, thing to know, monetization is not retroactive, so if you become monetized today, then that video you posted last week that somehow got you 1 million views, it only becomes monetized from the day that you were monetized. So if that video now only gets 1 view a day, your monetization is based on that 1 view a day and not the previous 1 million views that you were getting the week before. And that's important to know, as all of these videos I was getting thousands of views on, well, that's missed income for me. If I had monetized sooner and concentrated on that, I would have got monetization for those thousands of views. As it is, the viewership has dropped off on those videos due to the fact that they're relevant there and then, but they're not relevant now. And although some of them still earn me money, I did miss out on a sizable chunk. Now, the reason I share that is to let you know how important it is to treat every video you make as important and make it good looking, great content, and something that was repeat playback value. That way people will keep watching it and you can keep earning money. So August 2022 I became monetized, but I was at the bottom of the barrel. I mean, I had just the bare minimum amount of viewers and hours needed to be monetized. And since I was monetized in mid-August, I'm not really counting August really. So since I became monetized, I've made $112 from YouTube alone. And I'm gonna say that's 6 months to earn that $112, so roughly $18 a month. Now, I'm hardly going to retire on that, and I've also gained about 1.4 followers per day, so now I'm up to about 1,527 followers, and I've had about 43,000 views and 1.5 thousand watch hour views. Now, interesting thing is, and this covers the whole Google Ads thing, my viewing hours did take a slight boost from promoting a video or two, but it did not get me any additional followers. So more people saw my content, but no one extra subscribed to my channel from like when I was not promoting my content. So like I said, I've been gaining an average of 1.4 viewers per day. With Google Ads, that figure did not change. So keep that in mind when it comes to what you've seen promoted about using Google Ads. Now, I do have additional revenue streams. For instance, I've made an additional $100 approximately from Amazon sales for the same period of time. So people are clicking on the products below that I'm recommending or buying products from Amazon after they follow one of my links. And I've also sold a hoodie or two from my Redbubble store. And by the way, if that was you buying them, please send me a picture of you wearing one. That would be fantastic. So right now, my total income from DemonView resides at $215 approximately. Now, that's hardly the thousands of dollars you may want from your channel, but that's only from 1.5k subscribers, and That's not bad. I mean, if I get that every 6 months, and remember, I'm doing this part-time, not full-time, that's a nice steak dinner or two. If I get $430 a year, that covers the price of the next GoPro I'll buy, which, you know, I'll review on this channel. And keep in mind, that would be if I didn't gain any additional views or followers, and as it is, I'm still gaining both in those areas, so that figure will increase over time. So is it even worth it to dedicate time to YouTube? Well, I'll skip the whole psychological aspect of this one and how you shouldn't be posting videos because you require the external validation of other people on the internet in order to feel good about yourself because you have a damaged psyche and you can't give yourself approval. Instead, I'll say this. You should be posting videos in order to help people or teach them something they may not know. If you can make a few bucks on the side from doing that, then excellent. However, it should never feel like a chore. You should always enjoy what you're doing. And if that means giving yourself more time posting 2 to 3 weeks at a time instead of making a video every week, then do that. Take the extra time that you need. Right now, I seem to be making an equal amount of money from my website as I am on YouTube, and that's not too shabby. So I hope I can work a lot more on that and try to increase things on the website end too. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity out there if you're producing the type of content that people want to see. I may even try a reverse OnlyFans gig, and that's where I charge people money to keep my clothes on. I think I do pretty well there. So finally, YouTube, what are the top tips to help you with your videos? Okay, so honestly, I'm going to try and wrap things up here because that would be a whole nother tutorial and another 40-minute video. If you want to know more, sure, leave a comment down below, but I would say don't just sit there and start talking randomly into the camera. If you do that, even if you have a specific subject in mind, you'll just end up with a long rambling speech that people don't really want to pay attention to you. Instead, I'd say think about your video, write down the overall goal that you want to get across, and then write down the bullet points about that goal that cover the essential information. That way you keep on point, you've made those bullet points and you'll stick to them, and that way you don't lose yourself in whatever you're saying, because if you lose yourself, you lose your audience. Another thing I'd say is invest in good equipment. Get a good microphone, get a good camera, and the top thing I recommend is a teleprompter, which is what I'm using right now to read this whole thing that I already scripted. And that helps me with the bullet points and the script for the video. And if you're not used to talking on camera, a teleprompter will be a lifesaver for you and for your channel. So get those and get them in the order that I just said. Get your camera, get your microphone, get your lights, get a teleprompter. And then pay attention to your comments, interacting with your audience. That's very important. And ignore the trolls, and there will be trolls. Don't take things personally. I mean, look, I get quite the lively responses from people sometimes. Some people don't like what I have to say about cameras or advice, and a lot of it's misguided, and I will correct people on that. But honestly, if someone starts being a little troll about these things, I just move on. So if you get someone trolling you or disagreeing with you about something and won't take the point, then yeah, just move on. You've got other comments that you need to concentrate on that are going to be a lot more helpful, and more helpful to the people commenting, who will click like and subscribe. And then network. Don't be afraid to work with others, and seriously, that's a huge bonus. Don't be afraid to reach out to other creators and see if the people want to co-create a video with you. Now, there's going to be a difference between somebody who maybe has 30 subscribers and 10 videos, and somebody who has 5 million subscribers. I mean, kind of go for small creators that you can co-create together. I mean, that way you can boost each other's views that way. You just need to make sure that you're bringing something to the table, and it can be a video that you can both work on, whether that's an interview with each other that you can both host, or the point being, just reach out and ask the person if, hey, do you want to co-create something together? The worst a person can say is no, but if they're a creator like you and looking to expand their audience, then they could very likely say yes. And finally, I'll wrap up with this. Don't be in a rush to live stream. Seriously, one of the first mistakes I see everyone making is, I want to live stream. How do I live stream? What equipment do I need to live stream? Seriously, start off making videos first. When you're capable of making great videos with great content on the fly that people really love watching, then move into live streaming. However, if you can't make a video like that at all, if you can't even speak on camera during a pre-recorded video, then you're gonna suck at live streaming. And if you're just starting out, failing that big that fast, that can be a knock to your ego that will kill your enthusiasm real fast. So start off small, build your skills, improve your content delivery, and then look at live streaming. And that's it. That's the whole video that you're asking for. So remember this date, because we'll follow up again in about a year and we'll see how much things have changed. Maybe I'll have had a huge increase in followers and things will have changed by then. Maybe I'll have failed miserably and I start doing woodwork or something. Or maybe the Third World War will have broken out and we'll all be living in an apocalyptic nuclear wasteland fighting off bloodthirsty mutant creatures. Who knows, but I think it'll be interesting to book that date in your calendar. So thank you for sticking with this entire video and all its points. You asked for it, I delivered, I hope. So if you have any questions or there's anything else you want to know, then hey, leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And if you liked this video, send me a throat lozenge and learn something from it. Click those like and subscribe buttons. And if you're ready to take the next step, believe me, if you have something that you think you can bring to the table and want to co-create a video, then drop me an email. Feel free to get in contact. I would be more than happy to help you out or just give some general feedback on your videos. Just send an email. You've got nothing to lose. So until next time, cheerio. So I'm going to leave these videos for a while. No, I'm not like taking a break or anything like that. I'm going to kind of like take a little break. It'll probably be about 2 or 3 weeks before I post my next one. I'll post a few shorts in between them, but I have some projects that I'm working on. One of them is a DemonView movie, which is a flight to Palace, and then I have a kind of a joke ad that I want to do, so be on the lookout for those. But in the meantime, I really do appreciate you watching, and until next time, cheerio.